Hey everyone, welcome. The price of Bitcoin went through a crazy pump right after we took liquidity below our previous low. But in today's Bitcoin price prediction video, I need to talk about not only our next exact price target, but also a legendary buy signal from 2022 that just flashed along with two other very bullish charts. In the first place, we will notice that yesterday our first important key area of support was hit very nicely on Bitcoin itself. We went below the previous low and saw a very small deviation from our falling channel. This could be a bull flag or something like what we said yesterday. If there is an instant reaction to the upside, which it looks like happened at this area, we might even look to go with a new long or buy position, and it looks like this trade is still going on right now. Even though I didn't trade Bitcoin, the way it was set up was very similar on Chainlink. So after Bitcoin hit a new low yesterday, I opened a new long position on chaining. I also paid attention to the chaining chart, which showed pretty much the same thing. It took the liquidity below the previous low, got a reaction to the upside, and we are still seeing a very nice push to the upside right now. But don't worry, later in the video I will also show you my next trading plan, in which I am also looking for a possible long position, maybe even a short or sell position. We got a turn back up, and once more armors are being seen as pretty close to correct. We had a short-term high point around the daily area of resistance and hit the top of our descending channel. However, Bitcoin was able to break out to the upside and take liquidity above our previous high, which was our first very important price target, and also one of the other levels we talked about a few days ago. The fixed view app from the previous low was what it was. To be more specific, when you zoom in on the hourly time frame for this level, it does look like it was hit to the exact dollar. But I bet you're wondering what's going to happen next right now. Is Bitcoin going up after Israel at this moment? Taken together, the liquidity is also above our previous high. Could we even see a bigger drop, a bigger rejection at the 58,200 USD area? Let's look at the chart with a clear head. So what do we first notice about the hourly time frame we talked about yesterday? We looked at the 5-wave price system. What can we do now? At this point, we will say that Bitcoin's first impulsive wave is over. There was a reversal, we've had another push and a correction, and the fifth top wave can now be finished because we've already reached our previous high point. I agree with you that the whole move to the top looks more like a 3-wave move than a 5-wave price structure right now. For example, when you zoom in on the 30-minute time frame. Since we just took out the last heart, we can already talk about the end of our fifth top wave. But ideally, I'd like Bitcoin to keep going at least a little higher so that we can hit our first very important Fibonacci expansion price goal and finish some kind of 5-wave price structure in our fifth elite wave. But first, let's talk about that. If you could hit the like button right now, that would be great. For almost every video, we're close to getting 600 likes. But today, guys, I think if you hit the like button, we'll definitely get 600 likes. We are also trying to get 100,000 subscribers, so I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel and like the video right now. Thanks a lot. Let's also talk about the next important price goal we have set for Bitcoin if it keeps going up. So let's talk about what we can do with our 5-wave price system. I think two very important numbers are best. As we go from our previous high point to our previous low point, we will use the Fibonacci retracement tool and our Fibonacci growth levels on the chart to do the first one. Once the price goals are written down and talked about, we will also look at this very nice and bullish sign from 2022. Next, the first goal will be at 58,800 USD, which is where our 1.236 Fibonacci expansion level is located. This is based on our Fibonacci expansion levels. Our swing low will be another very important point that we can use to measure right now. Following the third pivot, we will go back to the high point and then straight to this low point. This is where our 0.618 Fibonacci extension level will land at 59000 USD. Also, don't forget to ask yourself why this zone is so important when we gaze upon this area. As we already said, this is where another daily area of resistance and another high thumb time frame level are located. If we look at the 4-hour time frame and compare the entire bottom price action with volume, it also looks like the point of control is exactly in line with this price target. Right now, I'd really like to see Bitcoin finish a 5-wave price structure on the 30-minute time frame. If that's not possible, I'd at least like to see some kind of rising wedge form. For instance, if there is another push down, we will look for some kind of lateral area of support right here. Of course, that also goes for some kind of diagonal area of resistance. It's still pretty early for us to talk about it, but we do want to have a plan and be ahead of the market. So right now we might see some kind of rising wedge pattern. But if it doesn't happen here, just keep an eye on the target area at around 59.000 USD. We should also talk about this very interesting picture that CryptoCon put up not long ago. He also said that the Bitcoin stable supply ratio had hit the bottom of the Bollinger Band for the first time since June 2022. This would cause a move to the oscillator support zone. For the other 9 times, this has been either a big low or the cycle bottom. Only once has it been truly bearish. What does a number this low mean? Money that is ready to buy has a lot more value than stable coins. It does not get much lower than this. More and more data point to a bottom forming. According to the stable supply ratio generator, it looks like another strong sign that Bitcoin prices are going up is appearing right now. We are now at the support area, and it looks like this also happened in July 2022 when this indicator hit the support area temporary bottom pushed up. The same thing happened here in January 2022 when we got the bottom, some kind of temporary bottom pushed up. The same thing happened here in 2021. To say it again, I'm not making this up. As of right now, the data and many of the charts we've been following on this channel for the past 2 weeks all point up. However, we are going to talk about 2 more strong charts right now as well. From this simple comparison, we can see that if the past is any indication, Bitcoin has already reached a brief low point from which we can expect another big push to the upside to happen in the coming days and months. Next, let's focus on something even more important and a little closer to home, that we need to get ready for firing a new long, maybe even a short or this very important thing will be our liquidations. We need to keep an eye on the market's liquidity, and as you can see, there are a lot of yellow colors right above our previous highs. This means that there are a lot of liquidations happening at about 58.700 USD, or let's say 59.00000 USD, which is our next very important price target. That pretty much means we already talked about how the 5-wave price structure can be finished. So if we do see a push to the upside, I'm not saying it will be a push up. But if we do see another push up, the area around 59,000 USD on the Bitcoin chart is where we should look for a short or sell position, because a lot of people will be liquidated. This is in addition to the 2 even more bullish charts we talked about earlier. If you really want to give us a try, you can still get a free 500 USD position airdrop on Bybit by clicking on the first link below. Sign up for Bybit and make your first deposit. After that, you'll get a free 500 USDT position airdrop. You only have a week left to claim this airdrop position, so make the most of the free trade you can get on Bybit right now by clicking on the first link below. If you don't want to go through KSE, Blueprint is currently offering an insane 10,000 USD free bonus to people who sign up with the link below, deposit money and trade something. After that, you'll get some free, very nice bonuses that we can use to find